Good morning. Today I'm up bright and early and I'm back in absolute paradise. Ocean is just liquid chrome right now. It is so good. Yesterday I had a little bit of success for the first time on Tuskfish on lures. So I've done it before in the past, but it's very, very difficult. But yesterday I feel like I got onto something and I ended up with 2 good black spot Tuskfish. So today I'm going to run down how I've gone about chasing them, and I'm going to try and get a few more. So there's a couple of things that I did. I noticed that they definitely like the grub style lures more. So I'll be throwing them pretty much just a 4-inch grubs today to try and get some big Tuskfish. But another thing I did is when I flew the drone up, there's little patches of weed and you could see there's little spots where they'd been feeding. And so I used the drone to find where they were actually feeding at the time rather than just cruising around on the flats, because there is hundreds of them. I think in one screenshot from the drone, I think there was about 17, 18 Tuskfish just sitting on the muddy sort of bottom. So we'll use the drone to find out where they're actually feeding when the sun comes up a bit more. But just for now, there's some weed about 50 meters out behind me where they were sort of hanging around yesterday. So we'll start there and then we'll get the drone up and move around. I've got a couple of kilometers of coastline either way of me where they were sitting and hanging on yesterday. So no doubt there'll be some big groups of them feeding, and we'll use the drone to find where they're feeding and throw some grubs their way and see if we can get some more Tuskies on lures. I am going to jump up to the 20-pound gear because I did it on 10-pound yesterday and I feel like that was a fluke and I got really lucky to stop one. So we'll go up to the 20-pound gear and throw something a little bit heavier around so I've got a bit better chance of getting a good fish out. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it and catch us a Tuskfish. Yes, I got one. I got one. Oh, it's not a bad one too. Oh no, he's gonna be feeling stuff. Far out. Got one. Second cast. Second cast, I got one. Oh, that's mental. Yeah, I'm warm and awake now. These things go so hard. Yes. Whoa. That is a beautiful little fish, about 50 centimeters. Second cast. Impressive fish. All right, let's get this one back. He's going underneath there. Oh well. Whew. What a start. All right, so with my plastic, I just chucked a bit of S factor on it. The current's moving quite quick, so as the plastic sits with the tail wagging in the current, I think they're coming in on the smell and then seeing it and sucking it in. So it's just really slowly moving the plastic every now and again, then just letting it sit there and the tail wags in the current. But let's do it again, see how big a tusky we can get today. Well, since I got that one really early on, it's gone pretty quiet for the last like 20 minutes, half hour or so. No real touches or pulls from the Tuskfish, sort of like what I'd expect. So I'm guessing that I've spooked this little patch that's just behind me here. So the sun's up enough now to be able to see with the drone. So we'll get the drone, send it up and go up and down the coast and try and find like little areas where they're hanging out and feeding, and then try and drop these grubs into them and see if we can pull some more. So if I end up with another 3 or 4 little patches like that and pull a fish out of each one, that'll make for an awesome day. So let's get the drone, go send it up and go find some more tuskfish. All right, flying around with the drone, as you would have seen, there is tuskfish everywhere, but there is 3 spots that I found where they're really hanging out. So there's a tuskfish mother lode up that way. That's where I'm gonna go in a second. There is 1 spot down there where they're hanging out as well. There's about 5 or 6, and then there's another point past that again, which has got a heap. So we're gonna go up to the mother lode in a second because there was about 30 tuskfish on this one little section. Let's go for a walk up to where all those tuskfish were. It's a couple 100 meters up, not super far, so just chucked what I need in the backpack. Just going for a walk up from camp, and fingers crossed we can get some of those big tuskies. I've never been lucky enough to be able to find big numbers of them. Normally I just see them in like 1 or 2, and we'll throw lures or baits at them when I see them, but here it's a bit different. There's just packs of them on the flats. So rather than there being heavy reef with lots of other fish all spread out and 1 or 2 sort of tuskfish between all the other emperor and everything else, this is a bit different because there's literally nothing big other than tuskfish, and the odd little group of snapper will come through, but it's pretty much just tuskfish. So it's, oh, nearly tripped over. It's very easy to sort of target them when they're in a group like that, and it's a good, I try and use like opportunities like this when they are in big numbers of whatever I'm trying to target as sort of like a learning sort of thing. So figuring out what plastics work, what don't, what sort of retrieves, everything like that when they're in big numbers. So when I do go back and find them in those like 1s or 2s again, whatever I tie on or however I go about chasing them is going to be the best chance of getting one. So what works best here will be what I'll use in future whenever I'm chasing tuskfish. So far, white grubs really slowly with some scent added onto them seems to be the go. So if I'm going to find them elsewhere again, I'm more than likely going to do the same thing. All right, let's keep walking. I've just rocked up where the tuskfish are, and there's 3 pink snapper and a heap of big yellowfin brim right in front of me. Oh, mullet jumping there. They haven't seen me. Oh, there's lots of snapper. They're out a little further over there. This might be hard to get the tuskfish through the snapper. All right. Those snapper are just there. I am certain as soon as I cast this, they'll eat it. Nah, spooked them. Yep, tuskfish. Oh no, maybe snapper. Bit aggressive. Is that snapper and a school of them? Ah, emperor with tuskfish following. And snapper. Look at this. Everything's coming for a look. There is tuskfish everywhere. There's pink snapper. There is emperors. These blue line emperor, black snapper, sweet lips, whatever you want to call them. Wow, that's cool. The Emperor's got his friend sitting there with him. Okay. Wow, okay, that's actually a really big Emperor. Oh. That's a very big black snapper. Yep, that's a tusk. Surely that's a tuskfish. Oh no, it's gone aggressive again. It's not. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, it looks like one. Oh yeah, it's slowing down now. There we go. Yeah. Oh no, what? Big snapper. Okay, this is going to be hard to pull a tuskfish out of this then. Big snap. Lovely. Okay. Hooks out. Okay. I'm just going to hold him on my leg and let him go because I don't want him kicking. Oh, there's tuskfish and all sorts everywhere. Okay, see you, mate. Belly flop and away he goes. This might be difficult. Yep, got a tusky. I got a tuskfish. No, just pulled hooks on him. I just watched him eat that. Had one. Bugger. Oh, it works. They're all back. All the tuskies are all sitting 20, 30 out. I can see them in a big group. Emperor. Another one that's not a tusky. Ugh. There we go. There we go. Oh, he's gone under a cave already. He's out. Oh no. This is a proper one. Yep. Yeah, I see him out there. Come on. Get away from there. Oh yeah, there he is. How am I going to do this now? There he is. Yes. All right. I am getting somewhere with these fish. Woohoo! Tuskfish on plastic. Awesome fish. Thank you, Mr. Tuskfish. He's just gonna go and hide under that rock there and sulk. See you later, Tusky. Managed to get 2 tuskfish so far. So the one I got this morning was a little bit bigger than that one, but that's still pretty decent sized fish. So while there's still heaps of them out there, I'm just gonna keep casting around here with these grubs and see if we can get one of the real big boys out. I know that there's some fish, 5-6 kilo, which I don't think I'm going to stop on 20 pound, but we can give it a good go anyway. So let's keep casting and see if we can get one of the big ones out. Yep. There we go. this one's good. Whoa, yep, this one's really good. He hasn't done anything yet. Oh no, this is not good. Don't come near my feet. Oh no, I don't want him near my feet, this green. He hasn't done anything yet. Go on, go for a run. There we go. Oh, no, not around the feet. No. Okay, hold his head out of the water. Yes. No, you can calm down over there for a bit. Okay, I am learning that very slow with the grub, just slowly letting it tick across the bottom and then wait until you feel the lure stop. It doesn't feel like a bite, it like stops. And then you just pull a little bit more, and if it moves with you, you strike into it, and they've got it in their mouth. They're very, very gentle with their feeding. They're just picking it up off the bottom and holding onto it with their mouth. It's not like a bite. Oh, that drag is tight. No, don't do that. Yes! Getting these guys figured out. Whoa. The hardest fish in the world to hold on to. So slimy. How's the colours though? Beautiful black spot tuskfish, or the black spot up there. One seriously cool fish. All right, let's get this lure out and we'll get him on his way. These ones are about 50 centimeters. Very healthy fish. Such cool. Okay, let's get him back. Off he goes. This is awesome. So what I'm learning is it is just bouncing the plastic. You can feel the jig head because the plastic floats, the tail sits up, and it's just bouncing the jig head across the bottom with the tail flapping. As you can see it bouncing across the bottom, and then you'll feel it stop. It's not even a bite, it just stops and then gets heavy, and you've just got to pull a little bit on it, and if it moves, it's a fish, and then set hooks into it and it's holding on to it. Not all the time are they holding it properly, they're just nibbling on it, but I'm finding that if I move it very slowly and just wait for that pickup and it moving, and you've got to set the hook before they let go of it because you feel them let go very easily too. This is so different. It's like the most timid little touches for a big fish. There. Oh no! Oh, get away! Oh, get out from there! Oh, I don't think this one, no, this one's a snapper. Oh, it's not a tuskfish. This one's a snapper. Bit more energetic. Yeah, same thing. The snapper obviously feed the same way up here and just on the flats after those little things that are just bobbing along the bottom. Well, it's gone a bit quiet here and there's just a little bit of wind, so I'm having to cast across the wind, which makes it a little bit difficult just to get to that little reef where the tuskies are. Still got to try and get a really big one. I want to get one as big as I got yesterday. I fluked one yesterday, 55, 60 centimeters, so around 4 kilos on my 10-pound combo, but I reckon I'll be able to do it today. I'm just gonna have to move around and just keep finding fish, but we'll get into them. Let's go for a walk and go to the next spot.